another great Champions League game here we had with Club Brugge going against Barcelona with a 3-3 draw. And this match it was just a back and forth match, really. You can say Barca was quote unquote the better team. You know, they had more possession, they, had the ball more, stuff like that going up. But every time Club Brugge found a spot to go through, they did it, and they did it pretty well. And Barca's just another their high line. It's been like this for weeks, months. Their high line has just been their main issue, yet they're still not solving it. They're still not trying to find a way to fix that. And of course, the loss of Inigo Martinez is huge. You know, your best player, your best defender, your best like in that position, and just for it not to, be there, it's huge. But yeah, here we can see. Each time, really, Club Brugge had a chance. It was just based off the counter or just the high line just not being where it's supposed to, or just not having it. It should not, be there. Um, in the lineups, just pretty much you see with Raphiana still being out, with Pedri being out. Rashford's been starting to left. Lamine coming back. Great goal from him, Farron, and then Fermin, who's looking great as well. Dian Casado, and then the back line that what they have. And the huge, I think Conde Araujo is just the main issue during those situations. I think they can. I think they should find a proper right back and maybe drop Conde back in his natural position, because of course center back playing out is going to be different. But he looked great last year, Conde playing at right back. But maybe it's just losing Inigo, you're losing that that safety option that you have, so you don't have to be worried. Now you have to rely on Araujo, who wasn't starting for Barca last season and stuff like that. But Club Brugge, I said last season, they are a sleeper team. They are a team that have great players and that play well together. Last season it was against City and PSG, I want to believe, that they looked pretty good against. Being of course in the Belgian league and not having star name players, but Tresoldi looked great. Forbes, the former City Academy player, played in Wolves. He looks great today as well. 2 goals and assist. Spectacular. Sabe, everyone knows him as the career mode guy that you always purchase. But yeah, and that own goal, just Club Brugge had it in the bag, 100%. Those own goals, and then of course they scored that last minute goal and that foul on Chesney, which who knows. But we'll see. It could either or. People, yes, he put his foot down, but naturally that's where you're gonna put your feet down if your leg is lifted up. But it is what it is. Substitutions didn't really make a huge difference. Lewandowski had a chance, but he was offsides. Daniel Olmo had a shot, but besides that, it wasn't really much. I think he wasn't subbed in. Like, could have. Was it Mamadou? I think Mamadou. For me, the one on the wing. He looked like that pacey, quickly winger. I think if he played longer, they probably would have had a chance to score another. But yeah, huge injuries from Barca still. Raphiana still being out. Pedri, Gavi, Ter Stegen, Joan Garcia, Christensen. It's a huge loss, but I think Barca is a team that if you lose someone, you still have someone to cover. But they're not going to be as great. But at least, like a Casado, he's great. But I think he works better with Pedri rather than De Jong. And then Lamine looked great. His goal was spectacular. The 1-2 with Fermin. Fermin's been that player for Barca this season. Arguably their best player that you can say. Bagging goals, getting huge assists, playing great in the big games. Fermin is a one to watch, and to say that he almost joined Chelsea a couple months ago for 40 million. Barca are happy that they didn't let that happen, because Fermin is looking great. But you can hear in the facts. I mean, we got the goals. Ferran Torres, straight off the bat, I'm like, okay, Barcelona gonna score here and then probably win the game 3-1, whatever. But no, that wasn't really the case. Just huge mistakes from the back line from Barca. Lamine getting that great goal, Forbes getting those goals, and then there was a penalty, and then that also Chesney incident that they had there. Barca full possession, of course, but that doesn't matter if you keep letting balls through. And then Club Brugge taking every chance that they have. Yeah, Barca also hit the crossbar twice with Kunde and Eric Garcia, but they really gave Club Brugge many chances to even win the game even more. But they're just situations where I think Club Brugge also where the behind line is like too high, and they also could have scored, but sometimes missing just key simple passes. And the one thing I noticed with Barca was they always had their man. They marked their man. They didn't let Club Brugge really. They didn't have really much space to work with throughout most of the game. You can see a lot of moments Club Brugge were struggling to just to get a simple pass. It was just Barca was always covering their man, always covering their player, and kept things difficult for Club Brugge to even have control of the game. And they didn't really have control of the game. Only moments where they did it was during counterattacks, during pushes, during all those um, situations where um, they gain the ball back and just trying to go for the goal. But that's really pretty much what happened that match. Next game against Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo's a sleeper team as always. Um, Barcelona's Champions League. I think they're 12th. They're 11th place right now. Real Madrid also had a loss against Liverpool yesterday, so that's gonna bring the Real Madrid down. And then of course, me and my favorites. I said it since the beginning. Started Bayern, Arsenal. Um, Bayern, Arsenal, and City for me are my main core favorites. I think Madrid and Barca are good, but they are lacking in certain situations where, of course, they're favorites, but not the top ones like Bayern, Arsenal, and City. I think the way City played today was great. Arsenal, I'm gonna make a whole different video going through the other matches, stuff like that. But six Prem teams in the top 10, right? In the top 12, six Prem teams in the top 12, which is not bad. That's half of the whole thing. But yeah, that was Barcelona today.